Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club on the PlayStation 5. I am Big Sin, and I put a poll out earlier about about a game that was. I asked you guys what you guys wanted me to play, and it was a tie between this and Skyrim, and since I'm only going to be streaming for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half tonight, we are going to just jump on this, and I'll do a longer Skyrim gameplay this weekend. So I have my chat up if you guys want to chat and whatever you come to watch. Alright? If not, enjoy. Logging in. Yeah. We're gonna load our last game. For this one. Oh, we're starting off with another poem. I forgot. So let's just go ahead and mess around with this real quick. We're gonna go with misery, suicide, unrestrained, skipping, analysis, anime, puppy, disaster, cry, lipstick, heart, hopeless, breathe. We're just gonna randomize this shit. Candy, grief, kiss, cute, contamination, extreme. Alright. So, I don't remember any of the voices I did for the first stream. So, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Sin! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. Pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Huh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Yuri? What? All of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ha! Broke. I know it. You are a poor woman. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would let you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. Ah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Hey, how you doing? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Made me laugh when you called her broke. Yuri! Tell Sin to let me borrow some money. Damn, girl. That's, don't get me involved like that, Yuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, at the point that a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough for retribution. That was a very bad storyline WWE tried to run on Retribution. Dominik Dijakovic deserves better. Did I just
I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I'm not trying to be a bitch. I just want to be shy. Leave me alone. Aha! I really like when you speak in my Yuri. It doesn't have much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, now I had to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still coming from you, Yuri. I guess there's a little bit devil inside all of us, isn't there?
As she looks at my character. Don't let her fool you. Yuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to this club before she even told me. She is a mischievous little young lady who is broke and always hungry and always mooching off people.
But you would have come right for the cupcakes. So I had to trick the Suki into making them. Come on, give more credit than that, Sayori.
Come on, give more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, Sayori, something smacks her in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
What? Yeah! Ow! What was? A cookie.
Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Again, wrong word, but yeah. Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. Haha! Now here! How's it go? I just gonna give it to you. Then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. And I told you I seen your reaction of haha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good, so good. Mmm.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I made my tongue. Ha ha ha. You're going to just lie. You're going to throw a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez!
Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, bitch. Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this home with me. Hey!
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arm around her.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
My voice is not cooperating. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that? I sound like a kid going to puberty.
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Ha 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 ha!
Ha 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 ha!
Geez, you're such a kid sometimes, and you're such a bitch sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? There we go.
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me!
I'm taking a drink. Give me one second. Yeah, I haven't either. Ah. Nice.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she is. She probably just has something to do today that was more important than his literature club, so I should be the leader of it because I'm the best with my simple poetry. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open.
I'm sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica caused the trouble over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend?
What are you talking about, girl?
Y'all making up stories all up in your heads and stuff about me. I'm just a pretty girl who likes to do literature and join all these clubs. Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. Who held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just lost track of time. That makes no sense, Doc. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. I don't know why I got a country accent on this one. I don't know, but this is what it's gonna be.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at
me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Tim.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. Ever since you came into my life, all I could think is music.
Country road, save me on.
And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks, partner. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Nope, not really. I choose to leave out Yuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Yuri somehow finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back in the book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri.
Huh?
I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book than the one that we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, what up, girl? Why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my viewing time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me, sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, she moves really contrasts with speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Well, you two off to.
Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Okay. Get on then, folks. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. Kind of one person job, isn't it?
That's...
Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell there's something in club activities?
Yuri's got kind of, boldness to her, and she's just afraid to show it. Whoa. My mouse gates.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Sin.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Sin, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, we can't always hide from them. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
A friend, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
Sin, I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Sin, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you want to be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the teas. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Sin. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. How about Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us?
Sin, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
There's a bunch of chairs around this motherfucker. Why do you want to sit on the floor?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? Do you need a massage or something? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Sorry, that sounded like a wind tunnel. I had to adjust my fan. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candy that I kept hitting from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit together against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one side of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand is not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can presume the world around her is faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. As we established last time, I don't read a lot. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry? I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged on the pages.
Ah, you're right. I'm an idiot. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Sin?
Sorry? I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but, yeah! Yeah, my man here got a crush on this girl. That's all it was.
Yeah, you don't need to stop or anything.
I see. The situation has really gotten tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. But I can tell her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers.
Okay, everyone.
This bitch ruined the moment. Yuri jolts back.
It's time to share some poems. Sin, you can have Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor, I pick up the bag of chocolates, and in the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. So shy and cute. Who shall I show my poem to first? Well, let's go ahead since we already, establishing this relationship with it. Let's go ahead and show it to Yuri first.
Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Sin. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Does vomit on her sweater already? Mom spaghetti?
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you never shared your writing before?
Yuri nods.
Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh, interesting. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, this is getting awkward. Do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. It fits with you.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by a scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, my urge. The moon increments its phase. It reflects much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. That raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've got quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using a poem as canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, I take it at face value then. I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to on its own. I wanted to express the way it feels to me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so sometimes I enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Sim?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best thing to do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and something make us uncomfortable. After all, I had to learn to embrace my own weirdness. I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, slipping chocolate into my mouth, making me hold the book and do all the reading. There really aren't many people like you, Sin.
That's exaggerating a little bit. I'm just a normal guy, okay?
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now it's almost, I feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're the sense that
It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Hell yeah, Yuri. Alright, so next, let's go ahead and let's see what our girl Sayori's up to right now.
Oh, I like this one, Sin. Has some nice feelings in it.
I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But for now, I just go by my heart. And if it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure exactly how that works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm writing. What kind of writing you like in the first place?
Yeah. Me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought, you dim-witted girl?
You want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. I'd rather write something for Yuri at this point, but hey, we're friends. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever. What that means is make sure you don't fucking mistake people's kindness for weakness or kindness for love, because they will hurt you in the end.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have an rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give that rain cloud a little hug and make it a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm just getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Ed. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Sure, Sayori. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid to a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scrapping and scrapping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more of my friends through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, handing them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo. inside my head. Holy shit. So Yuri, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you, you happy, bubbly girl.
Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that.
It's
almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly, just horrifying. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Ah, thanks. I feel like I would have cut my wrist. Was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic, and the blood trembling from my feet as I step on the broken glass makes me feel all good inside.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. And with the way I'm bleeding out, it might happen now.
Ah, don't get ahead of yourself. Series already had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes, it's hard for me to be pessimistic. Next, we're going to do Monica last, so let's go ahead and do with the oh my god, Babygirl, that's okay. Well, not any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Oh, phew. Phew, what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognize my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll get as good as me someday. Oh my god, I hate this bitch. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess since you've been friends with her so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. So Yuri has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone, Fluffy, spend so time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. God, I hate this bitch. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever. I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. You're such a bitch. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. This bitch. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's? That was way too short. I'm just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I'm a stuck-up bitch. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with such simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks mine. That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I voted to be easy to relate to. And everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you and think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what anyone else likes? As long as you're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy. Bitch, your whole poem was about hating shit. I know she's trying to use it as an analogy, but this chick's a bitch. I think people really need to learn respect for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. You wrote about something similar today, huh? Did you say... You say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And the fact that you're saying that makes you even more of a bitch. Not like I would judge her or anything. You are the judgiest fucking person in this group. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behavior and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. You started that shit. But the way you put it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is very different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless it's a good message you take away from it. I don't want to drown this shit in the bathtub. Like, conveying emotions is important. I want to make people not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Alright, Monica, our country bumpkin, you're up next.
Hi again, Sin. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. This one's good. I feel like you'll only get more comfortable with your style. But the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but how do you find inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. But when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
She's on too. Sadly, it's gotten much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself, but she's still defending her like that. You must be pretty into her.
Not obvious when I was feeding her chocolate. You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's allegedly got a boyfriend.
Wait, really?
Yeah, a fictional one anyway.
Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
It's just a hunch, but...
Well, that's not really anything wrong with that.
Oh, but I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. The color, this one's called Save Me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless. cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless tone of meaninglessness. Load me. Are you some kind of computer program, bitch? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. This is the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space and my paper. She's weird how the spatial words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. I've got the magic in me. The way I wrote the lines short make it feel like someone's trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
You're an idiot. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. What you gotta do is put a thumb drive in it, hit Control-Alt-Delete, and delete it all. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know what might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ha! That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
So,
okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have some extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? And not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Oh shit, my shit. Let me get that back. Okay, and not like we can put together anything in just a few days. Just end up embarrassing ourselves and instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations.
Don't worry so much, youngins. We're gonna make it simple, okay? We won't need to do more than a few decorations. So Yuri is working on posters, and I designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Excuse me? I need at least 2 weeks before I get ready, because I'm stuck up in performing.
Monica?
Yeah, we're going to have a little poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during that event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So Yuri's putting on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. So Yuri's been coloring the poster, holding it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me with this bullshit, Monica?
You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. It's just that I didn't come up with it, so... I didn't sign up for this. Oh my god, it sounds like somebody I know. I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite them poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. They kind of got over my hard drive. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. Bitch. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start an event in each and put on a good performance, then inspire others to do the same, the more people will perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, and masturbation. Finding new horizons, and having fun.
Alright, my voice started to act up, so I'm just going to have to read these already. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share with the others and inspire them to make the same films that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. It all takes us standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. So Yuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna be the best because I am the best because nobody's better than me. Okay. I guess I just have to get it over with.
Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. In this corner, we have Natsuki. In this corner, we have Yuri in a fight to the death.
I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way.
Monica, this is too sudden.
If you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off and have everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course, young lady. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook and spoke before she had in mind for herself. She stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
I am glad I didn't have to read that home.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper in her hand and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri actually glanced at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in a book. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twisted turns and structured as she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Finishing. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself.
It's
up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards. Yuri gets the recognition that she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were all caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds her palm to us and rushes back to her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri's down.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Ha ha. Sorry, I giggled.
Say Yuri.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think about it. You're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then.
So Yuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she asked what she said when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought and I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even said like it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might have been your other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen your poems where you sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. It might need to be a little force behind it depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, that's where I've been practicing that kind of thing. So it's embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time for the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now who's next? Natsuki?
I am the best, don't worry about it. I know I'm the best, so I'm just gonna do the best. Don't make me go before seeing he's a fucker. Not like I can compare you guys anyway. Might as well have seen lower standards before I'd have to do it. Natsuki.
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much selection of what to read. I have to go with what I wrote for today. Stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me. Make me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put the energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's a little less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something I improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Oh, whatever. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of his seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called Monica's a Bitch for Making Us Do This. It's called, Why Are You All Looking at Me?
Because you're projecting.
Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It is for you to say, bitch. You better not make me do that again.
Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared not to recite a poem in front of other people?
I said a poem.
I do. Doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. It's just with my friends.
We're not your friends.
It's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I didn't know we were friends. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Look, that's just how it is, so.
But I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I've heard to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, and I hope that we all have an idea on what it's like now. Make sure you pick up home and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jesus. I'd rather find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already presently Friday putting in all the steps for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish up planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Yuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through this. And it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Then I have to do my best. Ready to go, Yuri?
Yep.
Look at you two going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nicer.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, son. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's bounce. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Huh? Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to,
Sayori fumbled through the words.
So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I gotta be completely honest. I'm walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does that thought make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You mean it?
Jesus! There's not even any point speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I like to think about it. Not long before you won't need me anymore, you know.
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright. So, we are going to save this here. Yes, I would like to overwrite the save. We are going to get back into this again really soon. Let me just go ahead and back out. If you're watching this after, I would like to thank you guys for checking it out. And my name is Vixen. We are Simple Black. And I will catch you soon. Ta-ta for now.